On Friday, February 1st, 2013, police arrested 2 individuals who have subsequently been charged with several criminal charges in relation to prostitution and human trafficking. In late 2012, 2 females under the age of 18 years met 2 males who attempted to procure them into prostitution. Over a period of several days, one of the victims was duressed into providing sexual services to sex trade customers before being able to flee to safety. In December 2012, one of the victims came forward to the police, and as a result of an extensive investigation into these allegations, the following charges have been laid against Arjanit Nick, SIMNICA, 29 years of age, and Avni GASHI, 22 years of age, both of Calgary. 2 counts of procure a person to become a prostitute, on the avails of a prostitute under the age of 18 years, trafficking in persons, receive material benefit from trafficking in persons, 2 counts of forcible confinement, assault, common assault, and possession of stolen property under $5,000. Both accused are currently in custody and will make their next court appearance Friday, February the 8th, 2013. And that's the end of my prepared statement.
Can you talk about how they originally met these guys?
It was just a random, by chance meeting. Nothing sinister about it, just on a street meeting.
How old are the girls?
The girls are aged 15 and 17.
Are they immigrants? Are they new to Calgary at all? Or
Sorry.
are they immigrants from the country?
The victims? No, they're local.
Are they sisters?
No.
Like, so were they just, like, do they not have parents? Like, I'm just wondering how they were able to kind of
go missing for a couple days.
Yeah.
Well, these girls certainly have, I don't want to say this, they're not bad girls. They just fell in with the wrong crowd, is how I'll put it.
Do they have homes, or are they sort of
they have families in the city here.
Yeah. The 2 accused, do they have a history with police?
One of the accused is known to the police for unrelated criminal matters.
Which one?
SIMNICA.
So what would you kind of say, I mean, so that this wouldn't happen to other people? Obviously, we want to give a bit of prevention too.
Well, for young girls, this is a typical example of how grooming into prostitution works. You know, these guys come on as knights in shining armor. They wine and dine these gals. They provide them clothes. They take them to fancy restaurants. They buy them jewelry, lingerie, perfume, and then at some point they say, "You owe me. You owe me for all the things that I've purchased for you. Now you're going to pay it back." And if you don't have a job, well, how about you work as a stripper? How about you work as a prostitute?
Can you speak to the human trafficking part of this? Like maybe why human trafficking, just to sort of tell people maybe why, how that was involved?
Sure. Well, human trafficking is referred to as modern-day slavery, and it's a blanket term that encompasses many forms of exploitation, mainly sexual exploitation and forced labor. Trafficking in a minor was amended in the Criminal Code in 2010, and so this is the first time the Calgary Police Service has laid this charge, and it carries a minimum of 5 years mandatory imprisonment upon conviction. So it's a significant, serious charge.
Can you speak?
Sorry. You said that one girl got away. Did the other girl have to stay there then?
The other girl had to remain under the control of these 2 individuals for a few days before she was able to flee to safety. Correct.
Can you speak to the seriousness of it, just given their ages?
Oh, it's extremely serious. We have, predatory behavior on the part of the 2 accused, targeting 2 young teenagers, and putting them into a situation where they're one's having numerous sexual encounters, paid sexual encounters with strange men.
Are charges possibly pending with other victims in mind?
The investigation is ongoing, and certainly there is potential for future charges.
So was this happening all in a house? Were they keeping them in one specific house?
I won't comment specifically on the location, but it was a couple different locations.
So they would keep them there for a few days or weeks at a time or something? Or?
Well, for a couple days, different locations, and that's typically what we see in prostitution files. They move them from hotel to hotel, city to city, province to province.
So, can you tell us, was this in hotels or was it in houses?
It was in hotels.
In Calgary.
in Calgary.
How many customers were there?
At this point, we don't have a clear idea of,
Dozens.
so several dozen. It'll
Oh
come.
yeah, you said this is the first time you guys have waived human trafficking charges?
Yes, correct. In relation to a minor, trafficking in a minor.
So when you guys made this arrest, did you like bust into a hotel and they had any other victims with them, or?
No, it was a controlled arrest. I won't go into the details, and we found no other victims at this point.
When you say they were held under duress, what means did they use to do that? Threats, something like that?
Yeah, and that's part of the human trafficking components. In order to prove human trafficking, you need to control over their movements, harboring, concealing, and for sexual exploitation purpose. So yeah, they were held under duress, which is by threat or by force, by pressure.
What about the hotels? Like, do they realize what they were allowing?
Well, we get, in the Vice Unit, we get calls every week from hotels alerting us to prostitution that's taking place, and we will go and investigate it. So in this particular case, we didn't get the calls, and the management staff may not have known what was taking place.
What can you say about which hotel or what part of the city or narrowing it down from there?
The north part of the city, I'll leave it at that.
And it was the woman coming forward is what kind of tipped you guys off, or was there other tips?
No, one of the victims came forward, made a complaint, and the investigation started from there.
How difficult was that for her?
Extremely difficult. Talking, a young gal in her teen years, just been traumatized, sexually exploited for less than a week, and numerous ex-partners, and under the control and duress of two individuals that she never met before prior to this occurring.
Did she have to escape them, or I know it said plead safety, but did they let
She
her
did
go?
have to. She did have to escape after she was put into a particularly bad situation with sex trade customers, and used her street smarts to escape.
Was that the older or the younger?
That was the older one.
How soon after she escaped did she tell police?
Within a couple of weeks.
And then the second one came forward to police?
The second one, yeah, we tracked her down, and part of the investigation interviewed her and corroborated what she told us.
Did these girls live, were they runaways? They lived on the streets?
I wouldn't classify them as runaways, no.
But they didn't necessarily live with their families. They were kind of transient?
They have places, secure places to live.
Is this part of an organized thing, or were you just these two individuals doing this?
At this point, we just believe it's two individuals making money off young victims.
How rewarding is it to solve this kind of serious charges, as you say?
It's very rewarding on one hand, but it's also extremely disturbing to me that this type of activity is taking place in Calgary.
And so these guys didn't have unrelated or related charges. This is kind of the first time they've done this that you know of?
Unrelated to prostitution matters, correct.
So, and you don't know yet if they had gone and found other girls and were doing the same thing with this after these two girls got away?
We don't know, and we're certainly encouraging if there's any other victims out there to certainly come forward with Calgary Police Service.
So, sorry, were they arrested at residences then?
No.
They weren't?
No.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.